You think the economy is finally turning a corner because you saw a single green candle on your Robinhood app today, but the reality is you are still getting poorer every single second you stay on the sidelines. Welcome back to the channel. I am DDO6, and today we are cutting through the absolute noise of 2026. Look around you. Oil is volatile, big tech is laying off people by the thousands, and the housing market, don't even get me started. It feels like a nightmare for most, but here's the truth. For the prepared, this is a golden era. For the lazy, this is how you become a permanent member of the working class until you are 85 years old. Before we dive into the 7 deadly sins of beginner investing, I want to see who is actually in the room with me. Drop a comment right now with your age and the exact dollar amount you managed to invest last month. I don't care if it was $10 or $10,000. Let us be honest, transparency is the first step to escaping the rat race. I am reading every single one of these comments because if you can even type out a number, you definitely don't have the discipline to build $1 million portfolio. Now let's talk about the biggest mistake I see every single day. Mistake number 1 is not even playing the game. I see so many of you holding 6 figures in a basic savings account because it feels safe. It is not safe. It is a slow motion train wreck. With inflation hovering around 3.8% right now, your cash is losing its power. In 30 years, that pile of money will buy you a sandwich and a handshake. You are basically trying to run up a down escalator. You have to stop saving and start investing. Cash is a tool for emergencies, not a place for your dreams to go to die. The problem is that most people think that keeping money under a mattress or in a Chase savings account yielding 0.01% is a strategy. It is a suicide mission for your purchasing power. Let me tell you about the Federal Reserve data. The dollar has lost half of its value since I was born. Think about that. Everything you want to buy in the future will cost twice as much while your saved dollars just sit there rotting. You think you are safe because the number in your bank app is constant, but that number is a lie. That number doesn't tell you how many gallons of milk or how many shares of VOO it can actually buy. If you are not outmoding inflation, you are not standing still. You are drowning. Mistake number 2 is running before you can walk. You need an emergency fund. I am talking 3 to 6 months of living expenses tucked away in a high-yield savings account. Back in 2020, when I graduated into that global mess, I saw people forced to sell their stocks at the absolute bottom just to pay rent because they had no cushion. That is how you get wrecked. That is how the big players eat your lunch. They wait for you to panic and then they buy your shares for a discount. Build your fortress first so you never have to sell your VO or VTI when the market decides to take a dump. I remember when my parents had to dip into my college fund because they didn't have a liquid cushion. They sold at the bottom after 9/11 and that money never recovered. It was a stressful time. It was a painful lesson. Don't let that be your story. Have the cash for the car breakdown. Have the cash for the medical bill. Then and only then do you go into the market. Mistake number 3 is the classic trap of waiting for the perfect moment. Newsflash, there is no perfect moment. You are waiting for the bottom of the crash, but by the time the news tells you we hit bottom, the market has already rallied 15%. Hindsight is 20/20, but your bank account is 0/0. Stop trying to time the market. Time in the market beats timing the market every single time. I don't care if the S&P 500 is at an all-time high or a local low. Just buy. You think you can outsmart the algorithms and the high-frequency traders sitting in skyscrapers in Manhattan. You can. Your advantage is in speed or intelligence. It is time. Your secret weapon is the fact that you don't need this money for 10 or 20 years. So why are you staring at the 5-minute chart like it is a crystal ball? The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Which one are you going to be? Mistake number 4 is being too aggressive too fast. If you have never seen your portfolio drop 20% in a week, don't go throwing your entire life savings in on a Monday morning. Your nerves aren't ready. Start small, put in $500. See how it feels when it turns into $400. If you can sleep because of a $100 swing, you have no business playing with the big boy numbers yet. I see so many people get hyped on Reddit or YouTube and dump $50,000 into the market, only to panic sell 2 weeks later when the market corrects. By 5%, that is how you donate your money to the hedge funds. That is how you become the liquidity for someone else's exit. You need to build up your calluses. You need to get used to the red days. The market is a roller coaster. If you jump off in the middle, you are going to get hurt. Stay strapped in. Mistake number 5 is the one that actually keeps people poor. Not investing enough. Roundup apps like Acorns or Stash are cute. Investing your spare change from a latte is a nice start, but it won't buy you a retirement. It won't buy you freedom. If you want to hit that $1.7 million nest egg using the 4% rule, you need to be aggressive. We are talking $500 a month minimum, ideally more. You need to treat your investment contribution like a non-negotiable bill that you owe to your future self. Look at the math. If you want to live on $50,000 a year in retirement, you need to account for inflation. In 15 years, that is actually $67,000 of purchasing power. To get $67,000 out every year, you need $1.7 million in the bank. You aren't getting there with $30 a month. You need to cut the fat. Drive the 2006 Honda Civic with the chipped paint. Live in the apartment with the old carpet. Stop buying clothes to impress people you don't even like. Every dollar you waste today is $10 you are stealing from your future self. Mistake number 6 is ignoring the tax man. If you are using a standard brokerage account like Robinhood before you have maxed out your Roth IRA, you are literally handing 20 to 40% of your gains to the government for fun. Why? For 2026, the contribution limit is $7,500. That is tax-free growth. That is money that belongs to you, not the IRS. Stop being a donor to the state and start being an owner of your wealth. Imagine having $1 million in your 60s and being able to pull it all out without giving a single cent to the tax man. That is the power of the Roth IRA. Go to Fidelity, go to Vanguard, open the account today, stop making excuses. If you don't understand the tax code, you are playing the game. On hard mode, finally, mistake number 7 is lying to yourself about who you are. If you don't have the time to read 300-page annual reports and analyze debt-to-equity ratios, stop trying to pick individual stocks. You are not Warren Buffett, and that is okay. Buy the entire market. Buy VOO, buy VTI, buy SHD. If you want those dividends, let the smartest companies in the world work for you while you sleep or work your 9 to 5 or build your side hustle. Index funds are the ultimate cheat code for the common man. 90% of professional fund managers can beat the S&P 500 over a 10-year period. What makes you think you can do it while scrolling through Twitter on your lunch break? Stick to the basics. The basics are what build the millions. Listen to me very carefully. The system is designed to keep you working until you die. It is designed to keep you distracted with shiny things while your labor is converted into devaluing currency. The only exit ramp is ownership. You need to own the means of production. You need to own the land. You need to own the company. Every time you spend money, you are voting for your own poverty. Every time you invest money, you are voting for your freedom. It is a binary choice. There is no middle ground. You are either an owner or you are owned. I want you to imagine yourself in 20 years. Are you still waking up to an alarm clock you hate? Are you still worrying about whether you can afford a vacation? Or are you sitting on a beach somewhere knowing that your portfolio is generating more money in a day than you used to make in a month? That version of you is possible, but it requires you to be uncomfortable today. It requires you to say no to the dopamine hit of a new purchase and say yes to the long-term stability of a ticker symbol. The gap between who you are and who you want to be is called discipline. There is so much noise right now about a recession, about a crash, about a black swan event. Good, I hope it crashes. I hope the market drops another 30% because I am a buyer. I am a long-term accumulator. I am dollar cost averaging every 2 weeks like a machine. I don't have emotions when it comes to my portfolio. I have a plan. Do you have a plan, or are you just winging it and hoping for the best? Hope is not a strategy. Math is a strategy. Discipline is a strategy. If you are waiting for the world to feel safe before you invest, you will be waiting until you are in a grave. If you are still here, it means you are serious. It means you are part of the small percentage of people who actually give a damn about their future. So here is your homework. Go look at your bank statement for the last 30 days. Find $300 of waste. Cancel the subscriptions you don't use. Stop the takeout orders. Stop the pointless impulse buys at Target. Find that money and move it into your brokerage account. Set up an automatic transfer, make it hurt a little bit, because if it does hurt, you aren't growing. Growth happens at the edge of your comfort zone. We are living through one of the greatest transfers of wealth in human history. The internet has democratized access to the markets. You can buy a fractional share of the most powerful companies on earth with the tap of a thumb. There are no more gatekeepers, there are only excuses. You don't need a suit and tie. You don't need $1 million to start. You just need a spine. You need the courage to be different from your friends who are blowing their checks on status symbols and leasing cars they can afford. Remember the 4% rule. Your goal is 25 times your annual expenses. That is the finish line. Every dollar you invest is a soldier working to get you to that line. Stop killing your soldiers on nonsense. Recruit more of them, put them to work in high-quality index funds. Let them multiply through the magic of compound interest. The eighth wonder of the world is working either for you or against you. Choose wisely. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. I am tired of seeing good people struggle because they were never taught the rules of the game. School taught you how to be a good employee. I am here to teach you how to be a boss. I am here to show you that you don't need a lottery ticket to get rich. You just need a brokerage account and a sense of direction. Look at the charts from the last 100 years. The trend is up and to the right. Yes, there are dips. Yes, there are crashes. But the winners are the ones who stayed in the game. The losers are the ones who got scared and cashed out. Look, I have made every single one of these mistakes. I have panic sold, I have sat on cash, I have missed the boat, but the difference between a winner and a bag holder is the ability to learn and pivot. 2026 is going to be a wild ride. The question is, are you driving the car or are you getting run over? Don't let the media scare you into inaction. Their job is to get clicks. Your job is to get rich. Their job is to sell fear. Your job is to buy assets, turn off the news, and turn on your brain. Focus on what you can control. You can control the Fed. You can control the price of oil. You can control who is in the White House, but you can control your savings rate. You can control your asset allocation. You can control your reaction to market volatility if you can master your own mind. You can master the market. Most people fail because they are reactive. Be Be proactive, be the one who sets the terms of their own life. This journey is a marathon. It is not a sprint. It is going to be boring. It is going to be tedious. You are going to want to give up when you see the market red for months on end. But that is when the real money is made. Wealth is moved from the impatient to the patient. Be the patient one. Be the one who looks back 10 years from now and says, I am so glad I didn't listen to the doomers. I am so glad I kept buying when everyone else was selling. I am documenting every step of my journey to $1 million. I am showing you the wins and the losses. No fluff, no fake flexes, just the numbers, because the numbers don't lie, people lie, emotions lie. But 2 plus 2 always equals 4. And 10% compound growth over 30 years always equals a massive pile of money. I am using simple tools, VOO for growth, VTI for total market exposure, and the Roth IRA for tax protection. It is not rocket science. It is just consistency. If you are ready to stop being a spectator and start being an investor, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button if this gave you a reality check. Let us build something that lasts. Let us build a legacy that your future self will thank you for. Every day you wait is a day of freedom you are giving away. Don't let another year go by where you are just working for a paycheck. Start working for yourself. I will see you in the next video where we break down exactly how to pick the best high-yield dividend stocks for 2026. We are going to look at payout ratios, we are going to look at dividend growth rates, we are going to build a passive income machine that pays you while you are at the gym or at the movies. But for today, your only job is to get started, open the account, fund the account, buy the fund. Until then, stay disciplined, stay hungry, and stay invested. Hit that subscribe button. Peace. You are still here. Good. That means you have the attention span that most people lack. You have the ability to focus on a long-form message that is a superpower in the age of 10-second clips. Use that superpower to study the markets. Use it to read books like The Simple Path to Wealth or The Intelligent Investor. The more you learn, the less you fear. The less you fear, the more you invest. The more you invest, the sooner you are free. It is a virtuous cycle. I want you to realize that no one is coming to save you. The government is coming to save you. Your boss is coming to save you. Your parents aren't coming to save you. You are the only one who can change your financial destiny. You are the captain of your ship. If you hit an iceberg, it is on you. If you reach the island of freedom, it is also on you. Take extreme ownership of your finances. Stop blaming the economy. Stop blaming the system. The system is what it is. Learn to navigate it. Every time you see someone driving a fancy car or wearing expensive jewelry, I want you to think about the opportunity cost. That $50,000 car could have been $500,000 in 20 years if invested in the S&P 500. Is the car worth $450,000 of your time? Is it worth 5 years of extra work? For most people, the answer is no, but they don't do the math. You are different. You do the math, you see the hidden costs, you see the true price of things. Being rich is not about how much you make, it is about how much you keep. I know people making $300,000 a year who are broke because they spend $305,000, and I know people making $60,000 who are becoming millionaires because they live on 40 and invest 20. Wealth is a choice. It is a series of small decisions made every single day. It is choosing the library over the movies, it is choosing the meal prep over the Uber Eats, it is choosing the future over the present. Some of you might think I am being too harsh, but the world is harsh. The world doesn't care about your feelings when the rent is due. The world doesn't care about your excuses when you are too old to work. I am being honest because I want you to win. I want you to have the security that I am building. I want you to know what it feels like to have a portfolio that grows by more than your annual salary in a single good year. That is a level of peace that no consumer product can give you. So take a deep breath, look at your goals, and start moving. Wait for the perfect plan. A good plan executed today is better than a perfect plan executed next year. Buy your first share, even if it is a fractional share. Just get skin in the game. Once you have skin in the game, you will start paying attention, you will start learning, you will start caring. We are in this together. The community here is growing. We are all chasing the same dream of freedom and independence. We are all done with the status quo. We are the ones who are going to own the future. So let us get to work. No more talking, no more dreaming, just action every single day. Step by step, dollar by dollar, we are going to reach that million, and we are going to do it together. Thank you for being part of this journey. I appreciate every single one of you who watches these videos and takes action. You are the reason I do this. You are the proof that the average person can do extraordinary things if they just have the right information and the right mindset. Keep pushing, keep saving, keep investing. The finish line is closer than you think. One last thing, don't forget to check out the links in the description for my recommended brokerage platforms and the books that changed my life. Information is only power if you use it. So go use it, go build your empire. I believe in you, but more importantly, you need to believe in yourself. You have everything you need to succeed. Now go show the world what you are made of. Hit that subscribe button. Peace. Seriously though, go open that account. Don't close this tab and go watch a cat video. Go to Vanguard, go to Fidelity, click the open account button. It takes 10 minutes. Those 10 minutes could be the most important 10 minutes of your entire life. Don't let your future self down. Do it now, right now. I am waiting. Okay, I will stop talking now. Go invest. Peace. If you are still watching, you are officially a legend. You have the grit to finish what you start. That grit is exactly what you need to survive survive a market downturn. Stay legendary, stay invested, talk soon. Bye. Actually, let me give you one more piece of advice. Don't check your portfolio every day. Check it once a month or once a quarter. Checking it every day is like watching grass grow or watching paint dry. It only leads to emotional decisions. Set your auto buy and go live your life. Go for a walk, spend time with your family, work on your career. Let the market do its thing in the background. The less you touch it, the more it grows. Trust the process, trust the math, trust yourself. Okay, now I am really done. See you in the next one. Hit that subscribe button. Peace.